Scott here, Scotty's Animals. I'm with Crybaby Pipsqueak. Oh, and you're gonna hear a lot of guinea pig crying today because, boy, there's a purr. Health checks. At home, a lot of people are afraid to give their guinea pigs a health check. A lot of people are afraid to do nail clips. They don't want to check the private parts. They certainly are uncomfortable cleaning guinea pigs' ears, and they don't necessarily know what to look for. So I'm going to go over all that. It's been about time. It's been a while since I've given all my pigs a good health check. So I'm going to set up a nice health check station, which is really important to have a table and all your supplies in one place. So I'm going to set up a nice little health check station, and then we're going to perform some health checks. So let me get that set up. Okay, I have my table set up, and the boys are going crazy because I've got a bag of carrots here to sort of appease them while they are getting their nails clipped. So what's on my table? Well, I've got my clippers, and then I like these clippers if there is a nail that happens to be too wide. Sometimes they don't fit. There might be one odd nail that won't get in there, but for most of the nails I just prefer using this regular one. But I would recommend whatever you're comfortable with. And I've got a pair of scissors, and I've got some vitamin C in case I need it. I've got some mineral or olive oil you can use. Either one works great. It's just whatever you happen to have at hand. Q-tips, some napkins in case things get dirty. But I have the Q-tips really, and the towel. I have 2 cuddle cups. Thank you, Fiona. Maybe they're just going to sit on the fleece. This is a smaller one. When I transport them, a lot of times it's good to just have them feel secure in here. So I can't stress enough, if you can see me in my crazy mess, but you see how comfortable I'm sitting because I've got a lot of pigs that I need to take care of. Okay. Billy's comfortable in Fiona's cuddle sack. This one's blue. It's nice. What I like about it is this rolls down, so when you wash it, you're not trying to wash all this thick material. And the pee, it's easier for it to get clean. But you can still have a nice soft opening. You ready for this, buddy? So while I have him comfortable, I don't have to stick to the order of my checklist. It's been a long time since maybe Billy's had his ears cleaned. So I just dip a little bit in the oil. Olive oil works great. Mineral oil is great. You don't need a lot either. A lot of piggies tend to find this some piggies kind of like it. You also, once you get the oil on there, you can work it around. So where's the other one with some oil? Just get a little bit in there. If you have a dropper like we do at the rescue, that works well also. Piggies like Billy, who have light skin, their earwax is going to be light. So let me see, where's the camera? You might not be able to see. It's there. It's just light. This light skin makes light wax. When we do some darker piggies, you'll see. Okay, let's flip you over. I'm only cleaning his ears because he happens to be in the cuddle sack. But, sorry, but if this ear is a little darker, you're not happy. Okay, so come on, time to come out. but he can work on his carrot. I'm just gonna do this side just like the other one. It's okay. Yeah, come on. So this video is also meant to show that you know, guinea pigs, they don't necessarily like this, but it's important to give them a good perform a health check every few months, and that usually, see, there you go. Can you see this? So because the fur on this side, the skin on this side is the orange skin, and therefore his fur is orange on this side, and that's why you'll see darker earwax color. It's not that this ear's any dirtier. You can see just that the white fur and the pale skin yields a lighter wax. So don't be alarmed if you have dark skin guinea pigs who seem like they just have a lot of earwax. Billy, I've spoiled him because I must admit he hasn't had this done that often. Let's go to our checklist here. We've already done the ear cleaning. Hey, you just chew on that. Let's feel him all over. Here. I know I just weighed him recently. His weight is very good, but like, we're feeling for lumps, feeling for cuts. He's a solo boy right now. He lives on the other side of the grid from Mike and Timmy, but he doesn't have a cage mate currently, so I wouldn't expect any bites. But this is where I can look for signs of ringworm, anything like that. Maybe he's been scratching himself. He feels good. If you want to see really good nail clipping, go to the Los Angeles Guinea Pig Rescue channel and watch Saskia's nail clipping playlist. Hey Billy, are you being sweet? Because she's really good at it. I'm not good at it. But don't feel like you're hurting them just because they're squirming. Here. This is a good time to mention Styptic Powder. One of the reasons why a lot of people don't have confidence when they are clipping their guinea pigs is because they're afraid they're going to clip too close and make them bleed. Well, this is called Styptic Powder, and it stops the bleeding. And don't worry, it doesn't hurt them too much, but if you're concerned about that, there's even a Styptic Powder version that has like a pain reliever in it. But don't worry about it.
Stop squirming, Billy. Sometimes I'll do like a little test nibble if I don't know for sure. Now, you just go slow. You're just careful, Billy. Oh, you smell. You smell pipsqueak. That's what it is. Okay, Billy, don't be squirming. But this is just like who's in charge. Alright, you just gotta be tough. Be tougher than them.
There you go. Good job, bud.
So, there you go. Other side. This one needs to be closer, but the others are pretty good.
After clipping the nails, we want to just feel the pads of the feet. We can look at them, but we just want to feel, are they soft? Are they swollen? His feet feel, his front paws feel very good, and his back paws, let me see, back paws also feel very soft. There's no calluses. If there were any calluses or little, they're not really skin tags, but they're parts where the callus has kind of grown to the side. Just trim that. You can also trim that after a bath when it's very soft. That might even be better. But if you're here and you can trim it, that's good. Okay, so what else now? We want to check his eyes. Do you have any crusties in your eyes? Guinea pigs might have just a little bit of sleep in their eyes, just like we do. But if they have leaky or runny eyes, then that is possibly a sign of a respiratory infection. Here, just get on in the middle. Okay, now we can also check the teeth. Right, so is this how you get bit by your piggy? Not generally. Maybe let's try letting him bite with a carrot. Does that help me see? No. Well, I can sort of see his teeth when he's eating. Okay, so his teeth look very good. So now comes the boar cleaning. So with the boar cleaning, you're going to flip them upside down to check their weenie, as Saskia would say. And that's okay. You want to support their back as much as you can. So I'm going to roll this cuddle sack into like a pillow.
And then this other one will be here. Like that. Okay. Boar cleaning.
You want to check and make sure that everything's clean down there. Okay. You want to do this as quickly as possible and gently, and you see how he's being supported as much as possible. So come here. So you push. I'm holding him. Come here, Billy. If they squirm, you can flip them back over and take a break. Okay, come on, Billy. So just push. Come here. Sit for me. So push. Okay, here's a good example of it's pretty dirty. So you see there's white around here. It's okay, Billy. So we want to scrub that off. Okay, so it's okay. Come here, Bill. Whoa, come here. See how he's flailing like that? It's not good. This is better. But see, okay, this comes off pretty easily. You might want a napkin to wipe this on, or you just get a bunch of clean. And water also is good to help break the stuff off. He's squirming now, but he's going to feel a lot more comfortable after we've done this. So a little bit more of that oil will help. And if it's really messy, then you can just maybe use a paper towel or a napkin if that's quicker. Okay, let's see how much better it is. Billy, relax. Bird's going crazy. Okay, so I'm just using water now. I have this cup of water. Billy just nibbled me. It's okay. You're gonna feel so much better, buddy. So I'm dipping now the napkin just in the water. Come on. To clean up. I know. Okay, so a lot of people would say, oh, this is gross, I could never do this. You're chewing on me. But if you, I know, look at how gentle he's being. He's showing me his displeasure, but he is being so gentle. Okay, flip him over, let him take a break. That was the penis part, but we got it pretty clean. Okay, even if you're squeamish about doing it, we got it a lot cleaner than it was. So what is it? Perfect is the enemy of good. So we did a good job. And I think we got it mostly clean. Billy's taking a break before we do the anal sac. Piggies have a pouch, and that pouch can sometimes get just as funky. To be honest, that didn't smell at all. Sometimes that could smell funky, but that didn't smell at all. This generally smells a little more. Are you ready? This is just as much a break for me as it is for him. BB's come down to have some millet seed. Okay, enjoy the break. Break's over. So same thing with these. I'm gonna get a couple of these ready with some of the oil. There we go. So this is a little different. Don't worry about going in the wrong place. You just wiggle and it'll go into their pouch. This is the pouch. This is not. Billy's so spoiled because I've been pretty hands off on him. That's why look at what he's doing to me. It's kind of cute though, because no, that would hurt if you bit me there. We never do this. He's super clean. So here what you have is a little pine shavings mixed with kind of poopies. You could do this. Yeah, it's starting to get funky. All right, Billy, you can do this with gloves if you want. I'm not like, oh, yeah, I'm not getting, okay, so I don't need to do it with any more oil. I'm just gonna use a clean Q-tip. Billy, it's okay. Sometimes, yeah, there might be some white funk. He's very clean, actually, so there's no reason to torture him. He's out. Okay, so he's good. Sometimes you might see a white funkiness or a big clump of poop. That's called an impaction. And that happens because older piggies and boys in general, sometimes their muscles get weak there. That's okay. You did a good job. Okay, so the last thing is to listen to his breathing. And this whole time I should have been listening, if I could, above all the other piggy sounds, to his breathing. I should be noticing for any sneezing sounds. Okay? And then I can listen. But when the breathing's really bad, you can tell. You can hear a crinkle, sometimes from a mile away. So, I'm listening for any sneezing, wheezing, or clicking sounds, and I should have been doing that this whole time. And he sounds good, he looks good, so health check is over. You did a good job. I love you, Billy. Billy was born at the rescue, and I adopted him when he was about 4 weeks old. Okay, now this could be wild because all the smells from Billy are right here. Gary smells them. Don't you? You smell these funky smells. Okay. So, you know, use your discretion as far as how clean you want to be. Don't want to use any Q-tips, obviously, multiple times or on different guinea pigs. But if this towel is clean, then you can do multiple health checks, of course. So, okay. Let's start over. Let's feel Gary. Let's feel him. He feels good. Let's look at him. He looks good. Let's look at his teeth while we're here. Look. His teeth look great. We're feeling for any lumps, any cuts and scratches, or any crustiness. He feels good. Here. I'm sorry I didn't offer you a carrot. Pipsqueak. He feels good. His weight feels good. Now, I recommend a scale and weighing your piggies once a week, once a month, whatever you feel comfortable with. But if you notice that they're losing a lot of weight, then you definitely want to get them on a good weekly or more frequently weighing schedule. Okay, so now he looks good. Let's clip his nails. I like to do that little test. I don't go all the way real quick. I'll just squeeze, and as long as he doesn't react, then I know we're okay. And it doesn't have to be super close. I know, Gary. Okay, the novelty of the carrot has worn off a little bit. Okay, we do good. Just be patient. And maybe you do one paw a day. Maybe you only do one paw a day for a week. So since I'm here, I'm feeling he's got a little bit more calluses. It's still not bad. Not really bad at all. But it's not as soft as Princess Billy's feet. The bird is right under me. What are you doing? Oh, there he goes. The LA Guinea Pig Rescue has a whole nail clipping playlist. You watch Saskia, she's really good at it. And not only that, but in a lot of her health check videos, she's always clipping nails. You know, at the LA Guinea Pig Rescue, when they do a good nail clip, they're not like all high-fiving. They do a bunch of these every weekend. So you see how I'm holding him? This works for me. So that one, he squirmed a little bit. Let me see. You can always tell if you've cut too close, if you have one of these white towels and then you see some blood spots. And I think I do see one somewhere. So one of these nails I've cut too close. But which one? Was it a front paw or a back paw? And it's just barely. If you can't even find it, then I wouldn't worry about it too much. Okay, this side. It's okay. Just 2 more nails to go. So, this is tiring, not just for the piggies, but for you too. So, take a break. Okay, which nail? Okay, so I think this little white one, I cut it too close. So, get my Styptic powder, and I have a link to this on scottiesanimals.com, my website. So, just take a little bit of that powder, and it's very easy. You just dip right there, and I can just do all the paws, all the tips, just in case any of the other ones are too close. And that's it. They say you can use cornstarch and other things, but this is like under $10, maybe around $5 or less. And I mentioned there's one that has a pain reliever also. But Gary's not crying out in pain, are you? We did them all. What's next on the checklist, Gary? Okay, ears. You're not gonna like that one either. Okay, we're gonna clean his ears. So we want to get some oil in here. Okay, let me work it around.
Work it!
As you know, Gary is a very sensual dude, so he loves probably this. He definitely loves getting his cheeks scratched and his nose. He likes his chin. He likes this whole thing. So if I can work this oil and scratch the chin. This isn't so bad, is it? This is the good part. If I can work most of this wax, and by the time I get, here we go, here, I just scoop it out so you see it's red or brownish. That wasn't so bad. Let's get some more oil in there. Yeah, there we go. You see it? You like it. I didn't think you were going to like this that much.
Let's keep our dirty Q-tips separate from our clean Q-tips.
So we never go in the ear. We just go on the outside, drag across these folds. You can do a little spinny thing. It's better to get some. And with the oil, you go like this and a lot of it will just fall out. Never put a Q-tip in a guinea pig's ear. Never put it inside there. You're just going around, okay? Please. You can be kind of generous with the oil. Teddies have crusty ears sometimes. More than regular guinea pigs. They have a thing where they just make a lot more dead skin cells. It's not wax. It's just dead skin cells. And I don't know how often you clean your ears. Maybe you do a little bit after a shower, every time you shower, but these guys don't shower that often. Or ever. They take a bath every once in a while. You sound like Chewbacca. I'm surprised your name wasn't Chewbacca. Oh, Gary. I love you, buddy. Let's finish this. This could take a long time if you get distracted by your guinea pig's cuteness, like I do. Okay. Got most of it. We're not going in there. When the Q-tips start to come out pretty clean, then you're done. That makes sense. Okay. You probably want to get more Q-tips than you think you're going to need. So, we already checked his teeth. Let me feel those chompers. Aye, they're in there. And they're not too long. Don't worry about if you think they're too long or too short. Worry about looking at their poops, and a good sign is if they're even, but even if they're not even, they will correct themselves unless it's really bad. Even a guinea pig that breaks one of the top or bottom teeth, they could regrow and catch up with each other just fine without needing the vet. The most important thing is, can they eat? If you're not seeing any signs of struggling or food is not making it in the mouth, as long as they're eating normally, then don't worry about that. Okay, so we've checked their teeth. Let's check his eyes. They look so bright and clean. There's no crust around there. Gary, you're a joy to have as a roommate. I don't know if Pipsqueak says the same thing. This eye looks very good. I'm just petting him and scratching him where I know he likes it, so that this is an enjoyable experience for him. It's not something that I have to do. It's my pleasure. It's our pleasure. Look at George's lips. So, I'm just checking your eyes, Gary. Just checking your eyes. Look at George, please. Okay. So his eyes are good. Now we have to do the bore cleaning, which is something he isn't going to like. But I imagine Billy's feeling so much better, so hopefully we can do the same for Gary, and maybe he's not that dirty down there. Don't be squeamish. I'm telling you guys, but I'm telling myself that also. You do things sometimes for those that you love that's not the most comfortable. And we do it because we care. Okay? So let's do it. Here we go. Now if you can find that right angle where they feel comfortable, this might take a minute or two. So now change your plan briefly because Gary's got some funk in his butt right here. So let's just quickly clean that out real quick. Whatever happens to be clinging on here. So it looks just like, ow, some pine shavings or some kind of funky funk. That's okay. So while we're here, I'm going to take some water first and just go around in there. And it's, you see it's clean. There's that one. There's no poop on this. Okay. I know he's not happy. So now I'm going to use a little bit of that oil in here. Ay, just a little. Come on, Gary. Don't worry about hurting them. Just want to be gentle. Okay. And you can always let them take a break. If it smells funky, you're doing it right. 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 Push above. Okay, it's okay, Gary. It's okay, Gary. Trust me. You push above here. It's okay. Here. Gary, here. Can you look at that? You okay? Chew. Let me just focus on this. So sometimes it's hard to get this thing to come out. You just push above and it will come out better. Okay. So there you go. So Gary's was the front was splaying a bit like this, and people are like, "What's that? That's weird." It's fine. It's normal. It splays out. It's kind of funky. You can't quite see it. There you go. That's not what we're concerned about. What we're concerned with is if it's clean. So there's a little bit of pine shavings or hay stuck here. So sometimes the oil, and you can, like I said, you can use gloves if you want, or you just can make sure you have clean hands. Wash with soap and water. We're not doing surgery here, we're just cleaning. Okay? There we go. And he was very clean, okay? And so there's no reason to hold him here longer than that. So let's flip him over. But while you have him there and he is looking comfortable, you want to make sure that you do the job right. And, you know, if you're squeamish, you know, you just want to be comfortable and you want to get the job done. Okay, we did it. Let's go back through. We've looked all over, felt all over. This whole time we should have been listening. We're listening for his breathing. Okay, let me listen. I looked and I felt all over his body for lumps and cuts and making sure his weight is good. We did a nail clip and we felt his paws, front paws and his back feet, and we cleaned his ears. We checked his teeth and his eyes. We did a bore cleaning, number 1 and number 2. And we listened to his breathing. We were listening the whole time for sounds of sneezing and wheezing and clicking and just overall weird lung noises. So we didn't hear any of those. So he's good to go. Oh, I love you, Gary. I hope a video like this gives you guys confidence to really get in there. It's not dirty work. This is the kind of, this is what you do to show your love and appreciation for the companionship and joy that they give you. Don't be afraid, guys. They depend on us, so we gotta step up. And we gotta do what's right. And we gotta be the caregivers of what they need. We can do that. It's not that hard. There's no reason to be afraid of doing this. Health checks are a vital, important part of your guinea pig's life, and it's really pretty easy to do. I hope this video has empowered you, made you feel more comfortable. In the comments, tell me what your experiences are. If there's still something that you're not comfortable with, why? And there's plenty of people out there that can respond and give you some really great advice. And I'll try to also. So let me know what you think. Just wanted to show Snoop's dark earwax. Just putting the oil in his ear made the Q-tip dark. Let's work it around just like normal. Just work it around. Now let's go in here. So look at that. You see how dark it is? It's just because the earwax corresponds to the color of the skin, because it's not all earwax. It's actually a lot of just skin, dried skin flakes and material. So that's why it's that color. So don't worry about that. And if I'll show you his other ear, it's going to be light, or more of a brownish. Come over here. Let me see. I got it. Well, you can see it's brown. Same color. Oh, you found the carrot. Look at you. Okay, here, eat it up here. Here. Just take some bites. Let me clean the ear. Good. So it's brown. That's all I really wanted to show you about that. And of course, he's got some dark nails, and the same thing. You just want to be careful, be conservative, and be prepared with the Styptic Powder. Styptic. All right.